What do we have to talk about today?
I've got a little something for us.
Let's find out. Hello and welcome to the Roundabout Podcast. This is episode 43. My name is Austin Suddeth. With me today, I have Michael Levine, Hunter Brittle, and Tyler McClellan. Happy Sunday, guys.
Happy Sunday.
How's everybody doing?
It is a happy Sunday. I am burnt.
had a good day.
I am sunburnt, boys. I went out on the water today. I got to ride a jet ski for the first. It's not a jet ski, it's a Sea-Doo, but a personal watercraft for the first time today. Because fun fact, Kawasaki has the trademark to jet ski. It's kind of like Kleenexes.
I did not know that.
I was about to say, is there a difference?
Yes,
Between a jet ski and a Sea-Doo?
jet
I did not
skis
know that.
are specifically Kawasaki.
Hmm.
That is the brand, or that is the model of Kawasaki jet skis,
Learn something new every day.
or Kawasaki
Interesting.
personal watercraft.
I have learned.
Yeah, I was gonna say
You are
that's
now
definitely
More
news.
educated.
Thank you.
So yeah, went out on that for the first time today. That was so much fun. I completely understand the hype. Having been a mechanic who has worked on them for the past year and a half and never had experienced it, I was always like, how the hell does anyone enjoy this? Because they're so heavy and big, just, on a cart on the ground where you can't enjoy them. Get them out on the water. Holy crap, it's a blast.
Oh, yeah, they're a ton of fun. We used to have a pair of Yamahas that were they're massive. The fastest I got them up to on a lake was about 70 miles an hour, and it could have gone faster. That was just the point that I started to get scared.
Yeah, that's really what it was. I did manage to hold the throttle down on the one Sea-Doo that I was on, and I got it up to 50, and I was like, I don't know how anybody else can go faster than this, because I was getting beat to death on
It's
that
got to be
thing.
a smooth day. It's got to be a smooth. Like, that was the only times I could get it above 50 is if it was one of those days where the water was just like glass smooth. And even then you start getting up like 50, 60, 70. You're like, this feels like it could go sideways in a hurry. And when it does,
You're
knowing how
done
water
for.
works, yeah, it's like you might as well be skipping across concrete.
Yep.
Well,
That's
and for anybody
exactly
who's
how I
never
felt.
been on the water, that like 50 miles an hour might not sound like a lot, but on water that is fast. I had a boat that could do about 55, and honestly anything over 45 in a boat. Now a boat obviously is a little bit different. You feel those bumps a little bit more. But I mean, that's fast on water. So 70 miles an hour, Michael, that's nutso to me.
That is
Yeah.
moving.
Yeah, I was very nervous and backed it off. But yeah, it was one of those things. I mean, I was early in college, all the confidence and stupidity that comes with that. And the like, hey, I'm going to get this as fast as I can go. And like started, around 60, it was kind of like, oh, I'm starting to get a little nervous. And it kind of just became, I want to see if I can C7 on the dash before I back it off. And then you got to be careful how you back it off, because you can't just completely let off the throttle. It'll throw you over the handlebars with all the drag in the water.
Well, that's awesome. I'm glad you had fun, Brill. I know you were excited and partially nervous about it, but
I was being a mountain boy. That was a completely foreign experience to me, but it was a blast. I totally understand why there is a huge group of people that just make that their personality down here. Like, I totally get it. It's so much fun.
Tyler, I think we're slowly losing him to the grips of Florida. I don't think
game over.
we're getting him here.
we'll never see him in Charlotte.
He's gone.
Yeah.
So I missed it. This was on a lake, correct?
No, this was in the Gulf proper.
Okay. I was about to say, because I feel like ocean jet ski versus lake jet ski, two completely different beasts.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
You really shouldn't take these things in salt water, because the salt just crystallizes and will just lock up an engine.
Yeah, but was it yours?
Nope.
So you
It
don't have
was
to worry
works.
about it. There you go.
It was
no
a work
problem.
expense, but I will
There
get
you
to
go.
spend probably 2 hours cleaning this thing tomorrow when I
Yeah,
go
well.
back to work.
We'll see how much you enjoyed your
it's
jet
worth
ski
it.
day after that.
Right. Worth it.
You're getting
That
paid
was-
for it though.
Exactly.
So, I mean, it's kind
You
of
are right.
a payoff as opposed to you owning it yourself and then you doing the maintenance at your expense. feel like
Yes.
you kind of got a win-win here.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Right.
that feels almost unfair, right? Like you're getting paid to clean the jet ski you went and got dirty.
That was always the fun thing. Like when I worked for the NASCAR driving experience out of Texas Motor Speedway, we would do the same thing, right? There would just be days the owner would come in and he'd be like, "All right, guys, go home, get your swimsuits. You know, we're going out on the lake, or you know, go get your baseball mitt, or we're going to the ball field." And we would just forget work that day and just go play. And it was just like doing that with coworkers. It's just, yeah, it's a ton of fun. And then you end up paying for it the next day because you have to do all the work you didn't do the day before, plus what you were slated to do that day. But it was so worth it. Just go, like, we would go to the local ball field and just take batting practice with tennis balls and just see who could just hammer the most of them over the fence, or we go out on the water or whatever. It was fun. Like every once in a while, you just come in and be like, "All right, guys, we're not working today." Okay, great.
Yes, sir.
You're
Well,
the boss.
today wasn't even a work day. Like today is my only day off in 9 days because of the way that my schedule works. It's really weird, but totally worth it. Like I spent the day with people from work. This was a work venture. I was not paid, but it was just so cool to get out there on the water with a huge group of people and rip these things around. And like,
So-
it was a beautiful day too. Didn't get above 78, partly cloudy. Like it wasn't unbearably hot.
Yeah, that's really nice.
I mean, there was a manatee that swam within 10 feet of the boat. That was pretty cool.
That's very cool.
So would you say you're an ocean guy or an ocean adjacent guy?
I would say that I'm an ocean guy because,
Okay.
I mean, technically I wasn't in the ocean because it's
Right.
the Gulf, but
You weren't. Well, okay, water.
water.
I mean, it is still salt water.
It
I
is.
think you can still pretty well classify it as ocean.
Okay. Is the Mediterranean an ocean?
Is it salt?
No, it's a sea.
Duh,
But
it's
it's
in
salt
the
water?
name.
It says it's the Mediterranean Sea. That's the name. It's a sea.
Well, Michael said that because it's salt water, it's still the ocean.
Okay, sorry. It's the Gulf of an ocean. So I think you can call it an ocean.
Right.
Is that better?
Fair enough, I guess.
the two parts of land that don't connect, but that incorporate the Gulf are so far apart. It's basically just part of ocean.
So,
Whereas like the Mediterranean Sea has like a straight, like it's narrow at some point.
okay, so the Mediterranean, so a sea is a gulf with extra steps.
I think a sea.
A
Is
sea
a
is
Gulf-
landlocked.
Well, the Mediterranean's not landlocked.
No, seas aren't landlocked.
I mean, yeah, it is, other than a small strait.
Oh,
No.
other
Gi-
than okay, so
Gibraltar.
you're already making an exception for your
Okay,
own rule.
What are you on
You
about?
pull
The Indian
you pull
Sea
up
is
a-
not landlocked.
Is it
Indian
not? I haven't
Ocean?
gone down that far.
Yeah,
Is it
It's an Indian Ocean.
There is no
The
Indian
Indian
Sea, sir.
Ocean, Austin.
Hold on.
Oh boy, we got
It
him.
is.
We
It
got
is
him.
quite literally labeled Indian Ocean.
Why did
Guys,
I think it was a
attack.
sea?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know what other sea is there other than the Mediterranean.
Are
The
there-
Black
I
Sea,
mean-
the Baltic Sea, the Dead
Where-
Sea,
where
the
are
Red
those?
Sea.
Where are those? Oh, there's the North Sea. Oh, that's not terribly landlocked. I mean, more so than the Gulf. I'll say that. But yeah, the North Sea is the North Sea.
Well, but okay,
According
to
to Pirates,
Michael's
there's 7
point
of them,
though
but I
about
don't
them
know.
being, I guess you're right that it's not.
no, aren't they? It's 7 oceans, isn't it?
No, it's
Or is it
7
seven
seas.
Yeah.
How many oceans are there?
There's 5.
God, I know my continents, but I don't know anything about oceans.
You got the Indian
No,
Ocean,
I
the
know.
Atlantic
One
Ocean,
was
the
the seas.
Pacific Ocean, the Arctic Ocean, and the Indian Ocean. There's 5.
So there are a lot of seas right near the Mediterranean. You have the Ionian, the Tyrrhenian. I don't know how you say that. What's that one? That's not the Baltic. I'm trying to zoom in on these, and the word just keeps getting smaller. Balearic Sea, the
I keep chasing it.
the Alboran Sea. These letters are very small. Sorry, but then that's what's connected to the Strait of Gibraltar. But I don't know. I mean, I guess you're right that it's not technically landlocked.
Yeah, like the North Sea is probably the best example of it not being landlocked, because like there's a pretty big opening in the north of the North Sea.
Well, but is there technically any body of water that is truly landlocked? Don't they all eventually have
I mean, a
rivers?
lake.
But don't most lakes have rivers that run off of them that eventually lead somewhere?
I don't know. Probably not all of them.
That's fair, I guess.
Are there? Well, that's the thing. Like lakes are both fresh and salt water, whereas seas are only salt water. You're not gonna have a freshwater sea.
Yeah.
So I think seas is just that it's more, I guess,
Is the
access
Caspian
to the ocean. Whereas
is the
like
Caspian Sea saltwater? Because it is pretty solidly inland and basically just looks like a massive lake.
That's the one near like Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, all
Baku.
that, right?
Yeah.
Kazakhstan, yeah. Oh yeah,
All right,
it
I'm
is, like,
submitting
fully
It's
landlocked.
by like Azerbaijan.
I'm submitting
Um,
this motion now. We need to rename Lake Pontchartrain in Louisiana to the Pontchartrain Sea. That just goes hard in my opinion.
Well, same with the Black Sea. It's fully landlocked.
Yeah, Lake Black just doesn't kind of roll off the tongue.
Welcome to Geography with a Roundabout.
Yeah,
this
you
is
can
the
tell we
thing.
don't know what the hell we're talking about.
we're doing
12
a
minutes
lot
in.
of learning right now.
Brittle's been to half these places and we still don't know what we're talking about.
Real.
All right, so well, I guess it's the Mediterranean Lake now, since it can't be a sea because it's
Lake
not landlocked.
Mediterranean.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's not a lake either. It's the Mediterranean Ocean. Welcome,
Well,
sixth
Lake
ocean to the
Pontchartrain's
world.
not a lake. It's got
Where's
got access to the
Where's that at?
Gulf, Louisiana. It's the big old body
Okay.
of water.
So, from the worldatlas.com, a lake is enclosed on all sides by land and not connected directly to an ocean, whereas a sea is connected to an ocean. Whereas lakes tend to be smaller, seas are larger and deeper typically. Lakes can be either natural or artificial. Seas are obviously all natural. And lakes are primarily fresh water, but some can be saltwater, whereas seas contain only salty water. So the Black Sea, the Mediterranean Sea, the Caspian Sea are all saltwatered that are connected to an ocean.
You know what's odd though with that logic? So I was going to ask the question, where do they make the difference in a gulf and a sea? And I was almost thinking, well, a gulf is probably a more narrow, but if you literally look, I don't know if anybody else is looking at a map. I am. The Red Sea, which is like just east of the Persian Gulf, is literally more narrow than the Persian Gulf. It looks almost identical in how it branches off of the ocean or the Arabian Sea. They look almost identical, but the Red Sea is considered a sea when the Persian Gulf is considered a gulf. That's odd. Who knows?
I don't know, man. This stuff all was named like 1,500 years ago when
That's
we
a
just
good
kind of
point.
took their word for it.
You know what else is named weird? Birds.
Weird Al.
Birds.
Wait,
Yeah,
I agree.
Weird Al too. But
wait,
birds.
say that again?
Like who?
Birds?
Birds.
Oh, birds.
yeah. Like birds.
Yeah.
Well, they're
Do I
not
need to say
real.
it? Do I need to
I
say it a
just- I
sixth
didn't hear-
time?
I
or-
thought
Where
you- I
are
thought-
you going
uh,
with this?
I didn't hear what you said.
Okay, what he's talking about is the flying drones that go everywhere. Tyler.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got
He
you.
was using their government name.
Yeah. But I mean, first, for a thing that the government doesn't want you to pay attention to because it may or may not be real, they gave them some really weird names.
A blue-haired tit.
Yeah. Or, the woodcock.
The woodcock is one of the greatest animals on the planet.
It's one of the slowest flying birds ever.
It's the goofiest looking thing, and I love him.
I love him.
That was always a crazy thing for me to learn with the albatross. I can't remember how long it is, but they stay in the air for stupid amounts of time.
Yeah.
They just be
I mean,
vibing up there.
Yeah, let me look it up because I know it's
The more
a
I
crazy
look up
long time.
bird facts, the more I believe birds aren't real.
Oh my god, I looked it up again and I just got like jaw dropped again because I didn't even remember it being this long. Apparently they can fly for several years without touching land.
That doesn't. No, I refuse to. That's a drone. That's a drone.
That's yeah.
Animals.
But hell, a
animals have
drone's
to
even
eat.
got to go charge its
It's a
battery.
solar-powered
well,
drone.
they eat out of the ocean.
The albatross is solar powered. That's why it can fly all this time.
Ah.
They get tired. They gotta get tired.
Have you ever seen the top of an albatross?
No.
I don't think anyone has.
It's all,
cracked
it's
the
all
code.
solar cells.
CIA, we're on to
No,
you.
but like, who decided to name these birds, right? Like, so many other animals, they're fairly normal names, right? Like, if you look at the cat family, they're like, there's like puma or cougar or leopard or cheetah. And then you look at the birds and it's like tits and woodcocks and like, what horny bastard named all the birds?
That's a good point.
I had
There
to
are
guess.
a lot of bird species, though. Like
I
at
had
some
to guess.
point,
I bet somebody named Albert Ross named the albatross.
that would be a good one.
Ooh, you might be
Wow.
onto something.
I may have cracked that code.
Was he the lead engineer on the project?
Yes, probably.
That
But
is
you'll never be able to find that
mind-boggling, though.
online.
A bird that can fly for literal years.
That does not.
It does. It's
compute.
hard to even like understand, right?
I don't know. That's you're lying. That's lies.
They can apparently fly over
who
10,000
observed that?
miles in a single. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
who-
wondering.
right.
Who observed? Who
who's been
confirmed
watching?
that?
Other drones.
Other drones.
This is even crazier. This is getting more and more unbelievable the more I read. And I'm not, this is on Reuters. This is not the AI overview, just so you know, Austin. While they can, hold on. They can go days without flapping their wings. They can glide for days. Now, what that means, is that just 2 days? Is that 10 days? I don't know. But it's called, like, it's the constant motion referred to living on the wing, using their massive wingspan, the largest of any bird, to glide for days without needing to flap. That's freaking crazy. So they're not just chilling. They're fully chilling. Homie could go to sleep as long as he can just hold them wings out.
It's like hippos in the water. They just like fall asleep in the water and they're just down there for hours and hours. And it's just all of a sudden they're like, they pop up. They're like, oh, I need to breathe. That's right.
They only return to land when they're ready to breed. That's insane.
Same.
What a life. Yeah. Same.
What did you mean by that, Austin?
What?
You said same.
It seemed pretty self-explanatory to me.
No, but it's not.
Why is there not
What-
a minor
well,
league
let's
team
figure it
named
out.
after an albatross?
Uh,
I bet there is.
Bet there is.
the Norfolk Tides for the longest time, their mascot was a pelican, which is close enough.
There's a there's a Myrtle Beach Pelicans team. There used to be
That's
a
what it
Braves
is.
affiliate.
Yes, I've been to one of those.
Yeah, I think they're a Yankees affiliate now.
Are they a Yankees affiliate?
Maybe not. They were Braves, I know that, but
I was gonna say I thought they were a Braves affiliate. Shoot, I went to a Myrtle Beach Pelicans game 20 years ago, maybe longer than that.
there is apparently not a minor league team named after the albatross.
Apparently there are no baseball teams at the professional level named after an albatross. But reading the co-pilot answer, quote, however, the Richmond Flying Squirrels are a notable example of minor league teams with a whimsical animal-themed mascot that could be compared to an albatross in spirit. What?
Spirit?
In spirit.
Both are large, flight-capable creatures with a playful flying image.
This is why we don't listen to the AI.
Thanks,
recap
AI.
reviewer. Goodness
Oh,
gracious.
man. Flying squirrels and albatrosses, basically the same thing.
Basically the same. You know, the one animal that literally can't fly, and so it goes from air to ground in like 12 seconds, and the one that can stay in the air for 5 to 7 years.
Also, what's the largest flying squirrel you've ever seen? Because the biggest one I've seen is about 6 inches.
Yeah. 12-foot wingspan's kind of wild too, though. It's 2 people. One of us could lay on each of their wings.
There's no way. 12 feet.
What, their wingspan? Yeah, that's I have heard that.
No
Their
yeah.
wingspan is
way.
crazy.
Yeah.
That is taller than a basketball net.
They're ginormous.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
Some birds get big.
absolutely.
That brings a good
No.
point. Why did we get
Massive
Airbud with a
birds.
golden retriever and not an albatross?
Because then he would
Because the
never come
albatross
down.
would have made it look easy.
Yeah, he would
That
have never
would've
come
been-
down.
Too easy.
There would have been
think
no character
You know-
development in Bud.
Well, he couldn't
You know
dribble.
those memes where the movie's over in 3 frames? Welcome to Airbud with an albatross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Austin, to your point, he doesn't have to dribble because he literally never has to land. If your feet don't touch the ground, it's not traveling.
It's fair. This topic is actually funny to me because I want to say 2 days ago, I was bored in bed and was just looking up goofy animals. I remember coming across the water possum and it's just this
The what?
skittery the water possum. Go look up a
What
water
ML
possum.
What
Okay,
MLB
that's
minor
not-
league team is that?
I don't
Yeah,
know, but there
right?
needs to be one. It is the freakiest, goofy looking guy there is. And so it got me on like this.
The Bossier City water
Explory-
possum.
I'm sending a picture. Don't worry.
Yeah, look at the
Bossier
picture.
City.
They're insane.
Like,
But
it's got to be
That is
some
perfect.
random ass like town that's not. It's not a big town, but it's like
Yeah, that
big
guy.
town adjacent.
look at
That's
that
perfect,
guy.
Brittle. Let's go start a minor league team.
Oh, they've got some
Bossier
cool,
City.
Look at the water possum. He's awesome.
like they've got some cool like designs too. Like their fur.
Yeah,
Hold on,
they're cool looking. They're little freaks. I love them.
their
But-
hands are
so-
creepy.
I was looking
Those
at
hands
that guy
are
Seriously,
yeah.
those
Those
are-
hands creep me out a lot.
and was just looking at like just like weird animals. I think I just like Googled weird animals, and a lot of them are like some we know, like and then some are very obscure, like the sea pig. The sea pig is just the weirdest. Like it looks alien. It doesn't look from this planet. And then I found the great. I don't even know how to say it, Patu bird, and that thing looks like it's on crack 24/7.
Well, I'm gonna send another picture. Have you ever heard of in doing these searches? Have you ever heard of the rusty spotted cat?
No.
They're very small wild cats. Adults, like this picture I'm sending one with a person in it. I don't know if it's just some random one I found on Reddit, but just the person for scale. That's apparently a full size one.
I want one. Give
And
me-
they're wild. Those are
He said, "Gimme."
yeah. There was a big BBC YouTube video that has like a boatloads of views on it. Of one, but they live in like jungles. They're wild cats. And that's a full grown adult, like 3.5 pounds. You could accidentally step on that thing thinking it was a leaf, and it's done for. But
Yeah,
apparently they're
animals
very
are weird.
Yeah, apparently they're very effective at staying alive though. I guess they're probably I mean cats, you know how cats are in general.
If it's the same one that I read about, they are like one of the most efficient predators in terms of like attempts to actual kills.
Is it that thing? I thought it was like a desert cat that had that. That was like the same micro-sized cat.
I don't know. I like I said, a lot of them have come up because yeah, the one I'm looking up is more. Yeah, it's African, like Botswana,
Yeah.
Namibia,
Well,
South Africa.
I just
and
found
it's
a,
another like very small little hunter cat.
Yeah, that's
that
the one I
basically
remember.
looks. I mean, it basically looks identical.
They're
to
cousins.
The one he
well,
sent.
I just found
mean,
a
yeah,
little
They're all cats.
a little
right?
list that is a 10 smallest wild cats in the world, and all of these look very similar. You have the rusty spotted, which is the one I sent, a black-footed cat, which looks like the one you just sent, actually.
It's the one. Yeah, that's what I sent.
Yeah,
was
a
black-footed.
leopard cat, a flat-headed cat, oncilla, sand dune cat. So there's like a bunch of different ones. I'm assuming they're probably just in different environments. Cats are cool.
You know what? None of these cats are named a woodcock. I just want to put that out there. They have normal names.
They have normal names.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but
continue, Austin.
we went to the zoo. His family and I brought Gray with me.
Yeah.
And we were looking at like all these animals and same thing, like birds. There was like 7 different versions of a macaw.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
and it was like, is it colors? Is it like, how do they know?
And
And
they had
then-
them all next to each other, and you still like I get they just
I
look like a
I
bird.
can't tell. It looks like a macaw. Like that's it.
Yeah, they're all
And then we
colorful
get
birds.
over to like the bigger animal section, and it's just like lion. Not like the great African lion or some weird name lion.
There is only one lion.
It's lion. There's no
There-
variation apparently. It's lion.
Yeah, they're all
You might
lions,
get lucky
and
if
they're
one
all
of them
named Simba.
female lion.
But we had that. There was like, I don't know, like zebras were weird. Like Gravy Zebra was like the name of the zebra. I was like, you could have just called that zebra. No one would have known that Gravy owned this thing.
Well, speaking of zebras, what's the you know how like Z-donks are a thing? Like they have crossbred zebras with so many different things, but you don't ever hear about them doing that with anything else. It's
What
just
do you mean?
zebras for some reason.
The liger.
Well, that's fair. You're right. I do forget about that being a thing. But like, I just have
Dude,
heard
they're
of, like,
crossbreeding all kinds of stuff. It's
yeah,
just
zoos are just
the zebras are the cute ones, so those are the ones we hear about.
That's
Right.
fair. You're probably right. There's some rhinoceros elephant out there somewhere.
God, y'all got me just looking at random
I know,
animals
right?
now.
I'm scrolling
This
through
is-
some of these pictures.
This is gonna be a problem for me.
Well, cats, we're talking about cats. Cats are wild, man. Like, I've never been a big cat person, but when my wife and I moved in together, she wanted one, and one turned into 3 now since we've been living together. And
That's how it starts, man.
Yep.
they're nut jobs just alone, like just sitting at home. If you just watch them,
I
they're
agree.
absolutely out of their freaking minds. Nothing they do makes sense. They're all schizophrenic. You cannot convince me otherwise.
Uh-huh.
But you talk about, especially in the wild, you talk about things that are just born to survive under any circumstance. It's a cat.
What? Oh, you're talking about
yeah.
cats.
Yeah.
What did you think he was talking about?
Yeah,
birds?
Right, we were talking about cats. What? What were you on?
Yeah. Like they, and this
Birds,
is one of those.
the ultimate predator.
I read this somewhere a long time ago, and I don't know how vetted this is, but I read that almost like your average house cat, if it can survive the first 9 days, so say something happened and you were an asshole and you said, I don't want you anymore, and you put your cat outside and said, don't come back. If it can survive the first 9 days, it will be good from then. Like, it will be a fully wild cat at that point.
Yeah, basically, if it can remember how to be a wild cat.
Yeah, if it can get
it's
past
fine.
those first like 9 days, full wild cat. I have one
My
that
cats would
definitely
be
would not
screwed.
survive the
The,
first 9
the
days.
factory reset time on a cat is 9
Yeah.
days.
9 days.
Yeah, but like you think about dogs, most domesticated dogs wouldn't survive.
I don't think that's true.
I was gonna say, yeah. I mean, like you see wild dogs all the time that just like got abandoned and they've made it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're
I
right.
saw a wild pig the other day on my way to work. I had never seen
A
one of
wild
those before.
pig?
I just
Nice.
saw one just hanging out on the side of the road.
there's a few
Yeah.
around here.
How big was it?
I was, it wasn't like a monster by any means, but it was big enough I was able to be like, that is a wild hog.
Was it
So
petable?
smaller than Austin's pig?
Smaller than Austin's pig. That's a 300-pound pig. It's pretty hard to be small.
Austin's
My
pretty, pretty hard to be
pig is
bigger
pretty
than
big.
that.
That's a big
Yeah.
old pig.
Austin,
Well, you say
Austin's
that.
pig doesn't. Austin's pig does not like oink like a traditional pig. Like it doesn't snort or anything. It just says oink.
No, my pig.
Says it.
I always joke with my pig. It's Murph. She will Murph, and it's just like it's me. It's adorable. The thing is you say that like my pig's big. Technically, any pig under 400 pounds is considered a mini pig.
That's
Farm,
insane.
yeah,
What?
farm raised pigs that are raised to be like slaughtered get up to like a ton. They're 1,000 pounds.
Good lord.
A farm pig can get over 1,000 pounds.
That's
So you're
nuts.
saying
Now I need
half
to look
ton,
up a
right?
picture of farm pigs.
Yeah, that's a half ton.
Half ton, sorry. I said 1 ton. My bad.
You did.
It was I
was gonna say,
I
a
mixed
2,200
the, like,
pound pig
figurative
is
ton
ridiculous.
with
Yeah.
regular ton.
I think I would be afraid of a pig that's the size of a cow.
They're huge.
I mean, forget that. Like,
Oh my god.
just imagine that pig on the side of the road was Austin's pig and it ran out in front of your car. It would destroy your car. A 300-pound pig would be like hitting a cow. It
Mhm.
really would. And it's lower to the ground, so it's not going to go through your windshield. It's going to go through your engine block.
She'd roll.
I'm looking
You'd
at
hit her
some
and she'd just
pictures
roll around.
on Google, and I want to send some of these to you.
So would your car. Your car would roll too.
I don't know if you can use any of these because these are like just pictures of people standing next to pigs, but I don't know how else to do this. Here's the best one I think I've got. This doesn't show anybody's face, but just for the scale of these daggum things, like people standing next to them look small. Like these pigs are coming up to their chest
Yeah.
on all fours,
When
obviously, because these
when-
pigs these size aren't getting up on 2 legs.
Yeah, Heather
It's not a
was
dancing pig.
a part of a wedding right as we were dating. We weren't married yet. And they had it out on a farm and they just had one of their farm pigs roaming free. Of course, it was just like it was like a farm pet, not an indoor pet pig like mine, but it was a farm pig. And that pig's head was like coming over the tables we were sitting at. Those
Look at the
things
picture I
get
just sent.
huge.
Look at the size of that thing.
It's adorable. It's friend shaped.
That's a giant
Like
pig.
its snout or its ears like the size of that dude's hand.
Yeah.
Guess I never realized how big they got. Because my neighbor has 2 pigs outside in his yard, and his yard is way too small to have pigs, I might add. Pretty cruel, but whatever. Not much you can do about it. And like I thought they were big old pigs.
Mine lives inside.
I would
I know yours,
legitimately
yeah.
be afraid of a pig that size.
I would pet
yeah.
it. I'd ride
Well, and-
that thing into battle.
From what I understand, pigs can be like wild pigs can be, or not wild, farm pigs can be really mean too.
They got a little attitude to them, yeah.
Yeah.
It's all like pigs are very environmental, like very environmental. Like obviously, like my pig being the way she is adapted to being indoor real quickly because she comes from a line of more like farm pet pigs. Because I mean, yeah, 300 pounds, like I said, that is considered mini. And
That's
so
crazy.
that like her breed is like breeds to be pets, but even still, like they're used to being outside. Her being inside, she just adapted to it. So pigs are like very adaptable to their surroundings. A lot of farm pigs, the reason why they are aggressive is like it's a territorial thing. They're
Yeah.
walking around with other creatures. Some many times are bigger than them or more capable. Because I mean, they're also prey animals. Pigs are pure prey animals. So it's like it's all a defensive mechanism for them. So they are very adaptive to their environment.
Is there a difference in like, and this may be a male female, I don't know much about pigs at all. What is there a difference in a hog and a pig?
Yes.
Or is okay.
I don't remember what it was.
I know
Like,
boars are different. They have like actual tusks. But
well,
I didn't know if
pigs have
hogs
tusks too.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, all swine have tusks. Like
Oh.
when we got our pig, we had to have her tusks clipped at an early age. And if you get them clipped at an early age, they don't grow.
Oh, okay.
But they will grow tusks one way or another.
Fair enough.
I got me curious. What's the difference between a pig versus hog?
That's what we're here for, man. We got to answer the hard-hitting questions.
Oh, well, that's a lot simpler answer than I thought it was going to be. A hog and pig, the only difference is general size, and that's it.
Are hogs smaller?
Hogs are bigger.
Hogs are bigger. Okay.
That's why like hogs will like rip up your yard for
Yeah.
fun.
So what makes a boar different?
Boar versus a hog versus pig. A boar is a non-castrated male swine.
Okay. So
A
just-
hog can either be male or female. The only stipulation is that hogs are older and typically huge in size.
So a hog is almost a description. That's
Basically,
a hog. That's
Right.
not
Yeah.
big anymore. That's a hog.
Yeah.
it,
Not a hog.
at hogwildok.com, how they classify them is a pig is when people talk about pigs, they're generally referred to the domesticated version of Sus scrofa. They have the appearance most people think of when picturing a pig in their head. A sow is a female pig. A boar is a non-castrated male swine. A hog can be either male or female. The only stipulation is the hogs are older and typically huge in size. So yeah, back to that size difference. And then a swine is
Sorry, go
just
ahead.
all of everything. Like the
Okay.
swine is just, it's the overarching of these things.
I feel like there's got to be some sort of entry requirement, right? Like I feel like as a pig, the first time somebody looks at you and unprompted goes, "Damn," that's when you become a hog. Like that's the
That's the
that's the
moment.
entry. Somebody goes, "Damn."
I feel like hogs are just generally more like a wild animal, right? Like if
Yeah,
you
that's-
see a swine out in the wild and it's free roaming and it's doing what it is, to me, that's a hog. Whereas if
Yeah.
like it's in a fence, that's a pig.
That's fair. So
Like-
is there a
Like rat and mice. It's
We are
outside,
way
it's a
too far
rat.
down the. We are way too far down the pig rabbit hole. at
I
this
disagree.
point.
I
Are
think
we?
we haven't gone far enough.
We
we're
spent
only
half
scratching
of the podcast
surface,
talking
Michael.
about drones and birds.
Right?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What did you mean by that?
Do you think you
You
eat
open the
less
floor with
pork now
woodcock.
that you're a pig owner? Or do you
Absolutely
dissociate
not.
the two? Okay. I don't know.
I actually eat more.
Fair enough.
Well, it
helps
makes it
him
taste better
establish
because you
dominance.
appreciate its life.
I make eye contact while I eat it too.
Well, the problem is if she wants a bite, I'm like, no, I'm not
Oh, yeah,
that. I'm not that sadistic.
No.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
You can have the chicken and the steak, but
Right,
not
we'll feed the
this.
chicken, but we won't feed the pig.
We're not feeding pig.
I get it. I don't think I would be able to either. It just feels wrong.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's like it is one of those things that it's like this isn't a number one. Her breed is not a meat pig. Like you don't breed her kind of pig to eat. So like her meat's not good like regular, store-bought pork is. So number one, that kind of helps with it. Number two, I don't know that pig and I didn't name it. So I'm going to eat that pig.
Yeah.
I named this thing. I'm not going to eat something that I know its name.
I have actually. My uncle bought a pig that was towards the end of his life, and he was meant to be a meat pig, and we named him Bacon. And a couple months later, we had a party for Bacon. Bacon was the main course.
I feel like if you go in like I'm breeding this pig to be eaten.
I don't know how he ended up
with.
with him. I don't think he just went to buy him just for the sake of like he somehow ended up with him and basically took care of him. I mean, fed him well, did all the pig owning stuff for the last like 2 months of his life. Apparently Bacon had a great last 2 months of his life and he sure as hell tasted good. You could taste the enjoyment he had in those last 2 months.
Yeah, you don't want
I
to
believe
taste
it,
sadness in your
joy.
meat.
Right?
Yeah. No, they say happier meat tastes better.
That feels like a marketing ploy, but hey, I'll believe it until I'm proven otherwise.
Right. You show me a sad pig and how it tastes.
Yeah, I think vegetarians also say that happy plants taste better too. I don't think it's just the
Yeah.
the meat lobbyists.
You show me a happy plant versus a sad plant.
That's actually really easy to do. I got you.
Yeah.
All right. That's not dying. Show me a sad plant that's
I
not
would
dying.
be very sad if I was dying.
Yeah, show me a
Yeah.
sad plant that's not dying.
Have you never heard the song "Live Like You're Dying"?
Oh my God. I
have.
just Googled sad plant expecting something. Apparently sad plant is a DIY skate punk band. Oh,
Nice.
that's awesome.
That name actually goes hard.
Okay, wait.
That's
It's a
awesome.
DIY skate punk band?
That's what they call themselves.
Aren't
This
all
is
bands
Souls of
DIY?
Friendships. I mean, they have a sadplant.com.
Sad
That
plant
is
opening
what-
for Bad Flower.
Yeah. It's a guy and girl named Amy and Ben.
Well,
Their friendship stretches back to 1986.
That's not
They bonded
answering
over
the question.
music,
What makes
skate
them
culture, and punk.
DIY?
86?
Staying
That's
true to
40 years
classic
ago.
DIY principles, Sad Plant has self-released 11 albums over the years. So they self-release
I
albums,
guess that they self-release and they're not
Yeah.
published.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Imagine
they don't
if
work with
all
those
rappers
produced or
that
whatever
like
it's called.
how all rappers say they did this themselves. They didn't need a label, all that. What if instead of like Lil whatever, they started being DIY? Lil DIY. That's what they call me.
Little DIY.
DIY.
DIY
Yachty.
Wayne.
DIY. Wayne.
Yachty and that works because then people don't have to be creative. We can just like go back through a second cycle of all the same names.
So your name is D Wayne? No, DIY
No.
Wayne.
Get it right. Put some DIY respect on my name.
D Wayne.
Yeah, that works until someone tries to pronounce the DIY as like a word. Like
Die Wayne.
Dial Wayne.
Die Wayne. Mr. Wayne, we respect you.
You can tell the different eras. I went Lil Wayne. He went Lil Yachty.
Listen, that's just the one that like all right, WrestleMania is currently happening and Lil Yachty is literally was there. Like
Listen, at least you didn't say DIY pump. We all avoided that one. So
Oh, I had a
I just made
DIY
it-
pump
Mumble
a
rap
couple
is
of days
not
I was
ago.
about to say that sounds like a shitty like what's that Pinterest product?
Euphemism.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's also a valid point too, Michael.
I think that's where he was going with it.
I was going a masturbation thing, but yeah,
Nice.
sure.
Is that not always DIY? Isn't that kind of the point of it?
Yeah, that's why I said it.
Yeah. I see now that I have unnecessarily said
there's
that.
Tyler, there's layers to this.
Yeah, there were, and I
It was
missed the first
really
one.
not. It was pretty straightforward.
Uh,
All right, I got to get off this. I got to get off the internet. Y'all have had me on the internet for like 40 minutes. I got to get off of this.
Austin, you're chronically online. Don't lie.
Yeah, but it's different now.
well, I had something planned for today, but I feel like it is such a like 180. It's not going to take that long, but it's such a 180 from what we've been talking about. I don't
Yeah,
even know
because our
whether to
podcasts
save
have
it or not.
themes, Tyler.
I know, but just from what we've been talking about thus far, like this is sports related. Like it's the complete wrong direction.
Well, now you've brought
Go
it up.
for
You
it.
have to talk about it.
I
We're
have.
full
Now
Alright,
we're
forward.
so-
here.
Well, let's get off of animals, even though that was fun to talk about, especially the pig part. So we talked about some minor league teams last week, and since then, and this is kind of a stolen idea, I will admit, but I saw it on another podcast, and it's called the Hold the Phone podcast. They're a sports podcast primarily, but they did really well with this. And while I was watching it, I was thinking, I wonder how our group would do with this, how well we would do on this. So what I have here, and this is a little different than anything we've done before, but I have here the top 10 American sporting events that fans would want to attend. This was
Ooh.
gotten via polling people. Essentially think bucket list sporting events. And
Okay.
I wanted to see if you three, because I know the answers, if you three could name all 10 of them. Here's the thing that impressed me, though, with this other group. They did it without missing a single one. They did not name an incorrect one. I do not think that we'll be able to pull that off. But I figure with the combined sports knowledge of the three of you, that you could figure this out. So it's up to you guys now. You have
What
a
was
blank list.
All right, so they came up with the list, or they took a
So
sample.
no, these were
of-
based on polling people.
Okay.
By Bleacher
what
Report,
kind
I
of
believe.
people?
American people. It did say in what I was reading, the poll was very generalized. I don't know where they did it exactly, but I will say this list covers a lot of different things. So don't think too specific. There's some obvious ones, but then there's some, I would say, less obvious ones.
I haven't thought specific in like a decade.
That's fair. But these are, don't think like most viewed. These are specific sporting events, and I will say or series. I'll kind of leave that vague. That people would want, that fans would want to attend in person. So think the way I thought of this is bucket list sporting events.
Well, number one's
There's,
got to
like,
be the
there's
Super
some
Bowl, right?
Very obvious ones. Say it again.
Number one's got to be the Super Bowl, right?
Super Bowl, number one. And I'm not worried about y'all getting these in order. If you say them, I'll tell you where they're at on the list.
I think
Wow.
I got to think World Series is on there.
World
then.
Series is
Yeah.
number 2. Good job.
I was
Just World
thinking
Series
World
in
Cup.
general? Okay.
World Cup is a no. This is American sporting events.
Oh, well, you didn't say that.
I did.
Austin, you
Yeah,
gotta think
because that was
specific.
actually where I was going next. So
I
You gotta
did
think
say
specific,
American
Austin.
sporting events, but I
I
will
did-
not count that as a wrong one.
I'm on.
in
Wait,
case I didn't
Austin, I'm on
clarify.
your side here. I didn't hear American either.
That's fine.
I
We
was
will
going
not
World
count
Cup
that as an
next
incorrect
also.
answer. We will.
But
I'm
we
on
have
Austin's side here.
the American League. Like there's a soccer team. There's a soccer league in America.
Correct. That has
Yes, but
nothing
you
to do
said
with the
World Cup.
World Cup is
Okay.
international teams, meaning the United
That's
States
fair.
has a team that represents it. Has nothing to do
And
with
let's
the
be
league
honest.
itself.
Let's be honest. We haven't been there in a long time.
That
Fair.
and most of the MLS is not American, anyways.
That is also
So-
true.
Which is
Getting
fine
better.
because it makes the product better.
It absolutely does.
Yes.
I will say what prompted this. I'll give you a hint here. What prompted this was an event that happened more recently.
The Masters.
There you go, number 3.
Oh yeah, that is a good one. That's a really
Yep,
good
the
one.
Masters. I'm gonna say the Rose Bowl.
Well,
What?
think bigger than the Rose Bowl, sir.
Just
The
what,
college
college
football
football
playoff?
playoffs?
National championship
The
specifically.
national championship. Okay.
Okay.
But
I would have counted it, Brittle,
yeah,
but
I would have
he's gonna
counted
be
college
pedantic
football
about it.
playoffs in general. Yes.
WrestleMania.
No, that was actually number
No.
12. This was a 20
Oh,
a
damn.
20 thing list, but I only counted the top 10.
So it's on the list, just not on our list.
It's not
Correct.
on his list.
It's not on the
Yeah.
top 10, which is what I told you we were guessing here.
So screw me.
Yeah.
I wrote that's the only extra one I wrote down because I had a feeling one of you would say that.
Bucket list sports. We've already covered
Did we cover basketball?
NBA Finals.
NBA Finals?
Correct. NBA Finals
Okay.
is number 8.
I mean, I guess in that vein,
Stanley
NHL
Cup Finals.
playoffs, or yeah,
Stanley Cup Finals are number 7.
Really, that ranked higher than the NBA.
Yes, that surprised
Yeah.
me too.
Stanley Cup
NBA's on the
Finals has so
decline.
much more prestige.
I can see that, though.
That's actually a very interesting like dynamic to dive into, like the comparison between the NHL playoffs and the Stanley Cup playoffs and the NBA playoffs, because they happen kind of at the same time. So it's all they always get compared.
Well, on that topic too, no other sport has a spike at playoff time like the NHL does. If you compare viewership in the playoffs of most other sports relative to what they get in the regular season, there is obviously a bit of a spike, but not significantly. NHL is the opposite. It almost doubles come playoff time. People want to watch playoff hockey.
I would have guessed the MLB would like that, because I would be like that, because I would assume they don't get massive, ratings day to day, but there's not, yeah, especially to me, there's nothing like playoff baseball.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I think that does happen for the World Series like itself, but NHL playoffs as a whole, start to finish, do very well compared to regular season viewership. And
yeah, I don't know. That's weird. I feel like at least all the people I know start paying attention at the wild card round.
Yeah. NHL
yeah,
playoffs
interesting.
are very exhilarating. Like, they are very, very entertaining to watch.
Happening right now.
Okay, so we are missing number 4, 6, 9, and 10, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I don't think y'all are going to get number 9.
Okay, so we've named pretty much all of the national championships for the major sports, I think. All the ones that I would think would be on that list. So I'm thinking more specific of like
the NFL draft.
Nope. It's not on.
Like rivalry games or something. Like, in my opinion, like what I imagine, for me, a bucket list item would be the game, Michigan versus Ohio State.
Oh, so I was thinking Alabama, Auburn.
Well,
Iron
so
Bowl.
we don't go down this list too far. None of those are going to be on here. Not what you're thinking. Like,
Damn.
There's
Okay,
one in
well.
here. I'll give you a hint. It's not a ball sport. 2 of these are actually not ball sports.
What, the
Cycling?
There's a pretty
Daytona
obvious
500?
one that I feel like you guys should get.
Daytona 500?
Thank you very much. Daytona 500.
Yeah,
number
okay.
6.
I should have thought about
And
that.
I will tell you, just so it doesn't get brought up, because this surprised me, and I feel like this might be a little off because of this. The Indy 500's not on here. I figured it would be
That is
at or
interesting.
above the Daytona 500. Maybe
I wonder
I'm
how
just
much of
mistaken.
it's. Yeah, I don't know. I do wonder how much of its capacity, right? Because Indianapolis holds so many more people
Yeah.
throughout the weekend. And maybe it's just easier for people to do. It's also, heart of the country. Yeah, I
Very
don't know.
true.
That's interesting. I probably know more people who've done Indy 500 than Daytona, outside of like the hardcore NASCAR people that I know.
So number 4 is a tough one, and it surprised me that it was this far up, but then after reading it, I was kind of like, yeah, that kind of makes sense, because it is a big deal every year when it comes around.
These are sporting events.
Sporting
Yep,
events.
not a ball sport. I can maintain that hit for number 4 as well.
Tour de France. Oh, nope. You said
the
America.
Olympics?
France.
No, it's not the Olympics nor Tour de France, because these are American sporting events specifically.
Yeah, I didn't take my hand off the piece.
I know,
withdrew
I know.
mine.
Yeah, I'm just throwing shit at the wall at this point.
I
But
feel
I'm
like
having
this is
fun
going to
with
give
it.
it away too easily.
Probably.
Trying to think of a good hint here. This is a very big money event.
Oh, the World Series of Poker.
Nope.
What?
Right thinking though, but no.
Big money event. Prize fighting?
You're say it again.
Prize fighting?
Nope.
Like UFC?
Nope.
Big money
This
event.
is
Kentucky
a-
Derby.
There you go.
Kentucky
I was
Derby.
about to say this
Yeah.
is a sports better's haven.
That one is on my bucket list. I will
Yeah,
attend the
I
Kentucky
agree
Derby
with that. I would like to go
at
to the
some
Derby.
point. It will happen.
It's a huge. That's what when I first read it, I was like, "That's odd." But then after thinking about it, I was like, "No, that does kind of make sense." That's the only like. It's similar to the Masters in that you will see people that are not horse like racing fans in the slightest are just like, "It's Kentucky Derby weekend, man." I've never
It's
heard you
Derby
talk about a
day.
horse in your life.
Horse names. I could go off on a whole tangent about racing horse names.
great names there.
And I won't. But like the
Maybe
naming
that
convention there
can
is
be our next top 10, like the
perfect.
minor leagues.
right.
Should we do a draft of horse names?
I
Ooh,
would
I
for
do
it.
like
That would be a
horse
fun
names.
Kentucky
draft.
did
And there's
Kentucky
plenty.
Derby
There's
winners.
a big enough selection.
I thought you were
of
going to
them.
call them Kentucky dinners.
Kentucky dinners,
Kentucky
KFC.
dinners.
Yep.
So the last two,
All right.
one of them
Yeah, we're
you've kind of
two
gotten
away.
their counterpart, number 10. I'll tell you that.
World Series of Dice.
Nope. It's this one. The
Shut
last
up.
number 10 is a ball sport. I don't want to give it away too much here, but you've said the other big version of this in a different sport.
What?
The Pro
That
Bowl?
was less helpful than you think it was.
I know, and I'm trying not to give it away.
Like that.
the MLB All-Star Game.
This just happened recently, actually. Austin, this is probably the most recent sport you've ever been involved with. That's going to give it away.
was
Soccer.
there like a Counter-Strike?
Nope.
No, he said it was a ball sport.
It's a ball sport, and Austin was involved in it this time.
I only ever
That
played
should
soccer.
give it away,
so
guys.
what's
Come
the
on.
American Soccer League Championship?
It's not soccer. What
I
was
mean,
the
it would
most
be
recent
MLS.
sport that you had some reason to somewhat notice, Austin?
Frisbee.
Ball sport.
I
No.
played Frisbee with my son
Frisbee,
earlier today.
notorious balls.
College sports, fellas.
I don't know. I'm waiting to see what Austin's
just
got.
happened.
I'm
March Madness.
Thank you,
Sorry,
Jesus,
Final
it's
Four. The Final Four.
oh,
Yes.
Number 10.
Yes.
Number
Yes,
9
yes.
is another big annual event that brings out people who would not otherwise be a fan of this sport. It can be its most it can only be played 1v1 or 2v2.
Tennis. The Ryder Cup.
U.S. Open.
US Open is number 9.
The Ryder
So there
Cup
you go.
golf
List is number
tennis.
1 Super Bowl, number 2 World Series, number 3 the Masters.
There's a tennis U.S. Open as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Number 4 Kentucky Derby, number 5 College Football National Championship, number 6 Daytona, number 500, number 7 the Stanley Cup Finals, number 8 the NBA Finals, number 9 the US Open, and then 10th is the March Madness Final Four.
I like how he specified it was the Daytona 500, as if we would think it was like Daytona Spring Break or Daytona Bike Week.
You know, the Firecracker 400. Is that what it's still called, or is it different now?
I have no idea.
I don't know what it's called
Brittle.
now. Bro,
What's
you've
the
been to
July
that race
Brittle?
recently, haven't you?
No, it's Bike Week.
The summer Daytona race?
What? Yeah, it's the Coke Zero 400.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Coke's taken over
Yeah.
now.
Yes.
Co took over
I
everything
agree.
years
I
ago.
agree with the ordering of this list. That all of that checks.
It's right. It's pretty
To me.
It's not stuff you think about all the time, but it's pretty decent. The only one that really surprised me that wasn't on here was Indy. I feel like it would be up there.
Yeah, I would really think. I feel like that's on the up and up, to be honest with you. I think the Indy 500 will grow more and more popular over the next coming years.
Oh, I definitely agree. Yeah, IndyCar is on the rise, I think. Especially it's getting a lot of notoriety, I think, right now with the F1 regulation changes. There's a lot of people going, hey, well, if you want real open wheel racing, IndyCar still got it.
Well, and their
Mhm.
marketing has gotten really good in these past 2 years. Like, as somebody who occasionally watches races, when the IndyCar season comes around, I start seeing their like advertisements of the different drivers and stuff, and it really does make me want to watch the races.
But the Indy 500, it's got that prestige element to it
Yeah,
too. Like the
yeah.
Indy 500 is the Masters of IndyCar.
Correct.
Oh, absolutely.
Correct. So
It's the Masters, it's the F1, or it's the Monaco. Like,
Mhm.
it is there are people who don't touch IndyCar the rest of the year that watch the 500.
Yep. And people who don't touch IndyCar the rest of the year who will race in the Indy 500.
Well,
also
that
valid
too.
point.
That too.
Like that's kind of what I meant. Like, you know, how the Masters brings together Live Golf and the PGA.
Yeah.
And you get all these randoms, and it doesn't count towards either, I don't think. And yet everyone goes. It's the same thing with the Indy 500, except the Indy 500 actually does count towards championship points, but whatever.
Well, and honestly,
It's
though, I
the
think you can
prestige.
say that about everything on this list. Is it brings out people who are not otherwise fans of the sport, and that's kind of what made me think of doing this. Obviously, I saw the podcast and I wanted to see how you guys would do.
How many
with
of
it,
those
but
are degenerate gamblers?
It was, just
Oh, God, yeah.
just recently was the Masters, right? And I was at a minor league baseball game, and I cannot tell you how many men, I should clarify, I saw with phones out looking at their screens, like just watching.
still watching the Masters.
And I'm sitting here like,
This,
and
this
it
list
took me a
powered
minute.
by FanDuel.
Yeah, it took me a minute to realize what they were watching. And then I was like, oh shit, it's Master Sunday. So yeah, I think that's common with all of these on this list. I mean, the same applies for the 500. There are people who will turn on the Daytona 500 and then not watch another NASCAR race for the rest of the season. Same with college football championship, same with all of it. So Thank you for indulging me in that. I thought that would be fun to.
No, that was a fun
to
one.
let
I
you
like
guys-
that. I like
to
that one a
let
lot.
you guys struggle through that one a bit. The U.S. Open I knew would stump you. That's kind of why I just handed that one to you at the end, because it did the same for me when I was watching the video, because I was thinking it too, and I would not have done much better. I do feel like I would have gotten March Madness. I was disappointed that y'all struggled on that one for so long, but the U.S. Open I would have never guessed.
I'm surprised the tennis one is on the list. I mean, I just don't feel like, kind of since the Agassi Sampras era, I just don't feel like tennis has been that big a deal over here. So I'm surprised there's that many people who would still put that on their list. I would have thought the NFL draft or combine or one of the various all-star games would have displaced that.
Yeah, that was one of my thoughts too, was any all-star weekends. Because baseball, the baseball all-star weekend generally does very well, especially with the home run derby and all that.
I'm surprised the home run derby's not in the top 10.
Yeah, home run derby
and
is
that
awesome.
the U.S. Open is.
I'd
But I
watch
think-
the home run derby. Absolutely.
Home run derby's
I'm
great.
not
I
a fan at
love it.
all of most of these sports, watching.
In fact, I don't want to go down this rabbit hole necessarily. Maybe this is a topic for another podcast. But I believe that's how, instead of letting games go 18 innings in the middle of the year when people are already struggling to watch meaningful baseball, they should just, the moment it would go into extra innings, swing off. Each team picks their best, the batter already has to be in the lineup, at the end of the ninth inning, but swing off. Just home run derby. Most home runs wins the game. Make it exciting. Make there be a reason for fans to stick around to see if a game is going to go into a swing off. And then players don't play 18 innings in the middle of the season.
And you start bringing in position players to pitch, and it just, I get what you mean. It definitely, that can be a headache sometimes. I've been to some of those
I think
mid-season 15-inning games, 16-inning games. So,
don't get me wrong. I love an extra innings game in the playoffs.
Mhm.
In the middle of the season, doesn't do anything for me. Do a swing off. Make it exciting. Make home runs the thing at the end of the game.
Make home runs great again.
the anti 3v3 NHL playoff guy or extra time guys would hate you for saying that.
I'm
one of the, I don't
would be
like
very
3v3 extra time.
interested.
Like golden goal.
I would be
in
very
its
interested
nature.
to get Shane's opinion on
Yeah.
that and watch him.
But see,
go.
I think it's two different things though. I don't think hockey needs it because they do have that solution eventually in a penalty shootout after, 2 periods or however many of extra time. I don't think
5
they
minutes.
needed 3v3. 5v5 was perfectly fine. It's already a fast-paced sport. But yeah, I get what you mean.
Baseball was struggling so much with extra innings, they started having to juice the bases to try and make something happen. Instead of that, just go to a swing off.
Yeah.
Just make it fun.
MLB
Brittle,
will
I
juice
also
everything except the
wanted
players.
to say to your
Right?
point,
That's the truth.
Bring back steroids.
Bring back
Legalize
roids.
the shift.
give the hitters steroids, give the pitchers
I don't know, I
sticky
kind of-
stuff, and let them go at it.
I don't know. I kind of like no shift, but yeah, just let the pitchers have their sticky stuff back. Let the batters have roids, and let's make baseball fun.
I want moonshots.
I think if you did that, I think the pitchers would still win. Because if you can't
That's-
get your bat on the ball, it doesn't matter how strong you are.
I don't know, man. I don't know. They'll find something that hops up their reflexes too.
Yeah, right.
Or
They'll
you're
start
just gonna have to.
stimming.
You're just gonna have to scale up the stadium, so you might as well scale up the infield as well.
Well, the Yankees,
put the pitcher-
Yankees
put
are
the
already
pitcher a
allowed
little
to play
further
on
away.
a little league field. Why not just let the rest of the league?
Because I think you want. I think you're gonna need 600-foot fences.
Nah, not if the pitchers got sticky stuff, man. When they were in the height of that, nobody was hitting the ball. That's why they juiced the ball.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Back the pitchers up a little bit too. Get the hitter a little bit more thinking time and some roids, and they're going to be hitting moonshots.
Imagine, because how in sports, they're so specifically good at one thing, right? Especially pitchers. If you move that mound back 2.5 feet, almost every pitcher in the major leagues would be redundant for a year. They would be awful. They wouldn't be able to hit the strike zone. You see it now with them when they try to field the ball and throw it to first. They're all awful at it.
Yeah, that's
Because they're so used to throwing a ball a specific distance at a specific target.
But you know what? Great. Let's see it.
Make the bats 3 pounds heavier.
I still believe we need to have a steroids series of baseball, like keep baseball drug free, but then just create a whole series that is just like MLBX, where it's you can do all the drugs you want and just see what happens.
It would
Just
probably
let
end up
It's
filled
the
with like,
MSLB.
yeah,
Yeah.
it would end up filled up with players that are like just out of their prime that are starting to decline. So they turn to the PEDs and they all go to MLBX and just start raking the ball again.
Yeah. But I just want to
you know
see
what?
it.
I'd
Like,
watch
let
that.
me
I
see
would-
what the human body can do given the drugs and just see how
that's
it
how I
compares.
feel. That's how I feel about the Olympics too, though. Like, give me a roid Olympics. Like, keep a regular Olympics for all the like just freaks of nature. But then give me the roid Olympics. That's like, here's what the human body could do if you didn't
I
care
want-
about.
I want a 6-second 100-meter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I will say this on the opposite end of that. I think one of you might have said this when we did our Olympic episode. I still think before every event they should get one average Joe to go try to do it, just so we can get a baseline
Oh,
for how
100%.
difficult it
Yeah.
actually is.
Absolutely.
And then
Oh,
I think for the roid Olympics, they should have a normal person and
normal Olympian.
and an unroided Olympian, and then the roids. Like,
And then
That's
just
where
so
the
they
combine.
they-
That's where the
they bring
NFL
him out.
combine's got it right.
They
'Cause
bring
they
him
do
out
the
next
Rich
to the,
Eisen run.
to the guys that
Yeah,
look
they
like
do.
the team that Michael Jordan played against in that one movie. What was it called? The Looney Tunes one.
Space Jam.
Space Jam.
Space
Yeah.
Jam.
So I couldn't think of the name. Calm down. At least I didn't say LeBron James.
He was
It's
also
true.
in Space
Yeah,
one
Jam.
of
you
the
and I
classic.
would be fighting.
Yeah. But they walk out next to the athletes that look like the team they played against in Space Jam.
The Monstars.
Yeah, the Monstars. Oh.
Goated movie.
It's a good one. I don't know. I feel like we need to have no. I was gonna make a comparison to the birds, but then I just realized that none of them are real.
The Alfred Hitchcock movie?
No, the beginning of this podcast.
Oh. We were talking about movies. We were talking about movies.
Yeah, we
Well-
started talking about birds. Jesus. Anyways, if you are as tired as we are from listening to this, apparently, please go check us out on Instagram and Facebook. Message us, talk with us. We always love messages. I will talk to you. I love talking to people. That's why we have a podcast. We
Yeah,
are.
and don't forget, you can leave comments directly on YouTube and Spotify.
You can do that
Aaron.
too. And Amazon, I think. We still don't know how Amazon podcasts work.
Oh, I haven't checked Amazon in a while.
Ooh, that might be our like where we're at and we don't know.
What if we have like 40 comments? We're just popping off on Amazon. We have no idea.
100 5-star, like tons of reviews, tons of shares on Amazon. We don't even know it. But you can
In the
check us
last-
out.
He was about to
In
give
the
us a
last
progress
90
report.
days. Yeah, in the last 90 days, we have 0 listens on Amazon. So no, that is not happening.
Still
All right.
on that grind.
I'm going to message Bezos and just see what we can do to get this thing rolling. But
Yeah, got that boy Jeff on Quick Draw.
no.
Jeffrey.
But I bet you I can find an email. But you can check us out on Instagram and Facebook at Roundabout Pro. You can check us out at YouTube, Twitter, and Blue Sky at Roundabout Gaming. We also stream every week at Twitch, which is Roundabout Pro, and once again, YouTube, Roundabout Gaming. Come talk to us during a live stream. They've been a lot of fun. We've had a lot of fun with the recent games. Like we have some stuff in the works of some just more goofy games to play, which would be fantastic. So come laugh at us in real time as opposed to laughing at us after we've made this. But once again, comment, like, subscribe, review, share this with your closest friends and your closest enemies, because we know you have some close enemies. But thank you all for listening to this. I hope you have a wonderful day.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.